Today I'm going to be talking about something that I believe every high performer needs to hear, and that's why you shouldn't be eating a balanced diet and what high performers actually eat to burn fat, beat brain fog, and stay sharp. So if you've ever followed the usual advice of eat less, move more, track everything, balance your plate with grains, salads, and just a little bit of protein, and you still feel tired, inflamed, and stuck, this masterclass is going to explain exactly why. So we're going to break down why the quote unquote balanced diet is actually holding you back, how a carnivore-based approach fixes the root cause of burnout, and how you can upgrade your metabolism, energy, and focus without starving yourself or even needing a gym. Before we dive into the science, I want to quickly share a little bit about my background and why I'm so passionate about this. I'm excited you're here because today I'm sharing something that completely changed my life and my energy, and it might change yours too. So, a little bit about me before we dive in. I've spent years experimenting with almost every diet under the sun. I've done keto, I've done paleo, I've done meal replacements. I even tried the traditional eat less, move more model that we've all been fed. And the truth is, I got nowhere. Sure, I would see small wins, but they never lasted. I was either feeling bloated, inflamed, exhausted, or constantly hungry. It was always like I was fighting my body, no matter how disciplined I was. Then, after earning my bachelor's degree in exercise science, I was taught the same thing you will hear almost everywhere. Follow a quote unquote balanced diet. Plenty of grains, plenty of vegetables, maybe some protein here and there, low saturated fat, and count your calories. So I gave it a real shot. I followed it exactly the way the textbook said. But it still didn't fix anything. I still didn't feel my best. My energy was up and down. My digestion was off. My brain felt foggy most days. I started asking myself, if I'm doing everything right, why do I feel so wrong? That question sent me on a different path. It wasn't until I threw out the conventional wisdom and went carnivore. Meat, eggs, dairy, fruit. Real foods humans are designed to eat. That's when everything started to finally click. My energy became stable all day long, my face depuffed, and my body leaned out effortlessly. I didn't need caffeine to survive meetings or workouts anymore. My mind became sharp, calm, focused. For the first time in my life, I wasn't fighting my biology anymore. I was working with it. And today, that's what I'm here to share with you. This is why the quote unquote balanced diet model is broken, why most high performers are fueling themselves like consumers, not leaders, and how simple changes rooted in real human biology can change your energy, your performance, and your body faster than you've ever been told. So let's dive in. You're probably here because despite your success, you're tired, foggy, bloated, maybe even anxious. This isn't a motivation issue, it's not a discipline issue even. It's a fueling problem, and high performers are often the worst victims of it. You make million-dollar decisions, run teams, and handle stress daily, yet you're feeling like the average consumer. Today, I'll show you how a high-performance version of the carnivore diet can restore energy, eliminate inflammation, clear mental fog, and help you operate with a level of clarity and control you may not have felt in years. The modern high performer looks successful on the outside, but is often running on empty inside. Here's the daily reality. You skip breakfast, you slam 2 to 4 cups of coffee, you grab a sandwich or salad at lunch, you crash mid-afternoon, you overeat or drink at night, and you sleep poorly. And the worst part, you think this is normal. According to a 2021 study in the Journal of Occupational Health, 65% of executives report regular fatigue and nearly 50% report poor sleep. You're not broken, you're just stuck in a loop designed by modern food systems and corporate culture. Let's break this down. Most high performers live in a loop. You skip breakfast, you slam caffeine, you get a temporary high, then you crash. You reach for a snack or quick sugar hit, you crash again mid-afternoon, you overeat at dinner, you toss and turn at night. This cycle feels like normal, but it's actually chronic metabolic stress. You weren't designed to run on coffee, crackers, and coping mechanisms. You were designed to run on fuel that stabilizes blood sugar, supports hormones, and keeps inflammation down. This daily roller coaster triggers chronic cortisol and insulin spikes, which drain dopamine and make you feel flat over time. Most execs are trapped in this loop without even knowing it. This isn't about motivation, it's metabolic chaos, and carnivore corrects the root. So you've tried them all: MyFitnessPal, low fat, intermittent fasting with junk food, plant-based, zone, paleo. None of them work long term. Why? Because they weren't designed for someone like you. As a high performer, you need stable energy all day, minimal decision fatigue, a system that works under pressure, and tracking calories while running a business or team, that's not going to happen. A 2020 Harvard Business Review study showed that decision fatigue can lead up can lead up to a 40% reduction in executive function. Food should fuel you, not exhaust your willpower. The problem isn't that you eat too much, it's that you're eating the wrong things. We're told eating a little bit of everything is good for us, but what ends up on your plate? A piece of toast, granola, salad with sugary dressing, fake protein bars. This quote unquote balance spikes your blood sugar and keeps you in a craving loop. The USDA food pyramid was created under the influence of grain and sugar industry lobbying. It's not optimized for performance, it's optimized for corporate benefits. You've probably been told red meat causes cancer, eggs raise cholesterol, whole grains are essential, but none of this holds up when you look at the real data. 2019 meta-analysis concluded there's no high-quality evidence of linking red meat to heart disease or cancer. So what is damaging your health? I'll tell you, it's seed oils, which are inflammatory and have oxidized fats, refined carbs, which spike insulin and fuel fat gain, and sugar, which is linked to metabolic dysfunction and mood swings. So this is what's keeping you foggy, fat, and frustrated, not red meat. Like I said, seed oils, refined carbs, sugar, and processed foods are silently inflaming your body, and it's showing up as belly fat, fatigue, and brain fog. This isn't a fad diet. This is how humans have eaten for thousands of years. It's based on bioavailable nutrition, food your body can actually absorb and use. It's built around red meat, which is rich in iron, B12, zinc, and complete proteins, eggs, which have choline, fat-soluble vitamins, healthy fats, dairy, which is a great source of calcium, carbs, and K2, and fruits, which is nature's cleanest carb. These aren't rules, they're inputs your body actually understands, and they simplify everything. No tracking, no guilt, just consistent fuel and consistent performance. What happens to your body on carnivore? This is where the transformation becomes visible and felt, and it happens faster than most people expect. When you stop eating inflammatory, blood sugar spiking foods like grains, seed oils, legumes, and processed snacks, you aren't just eating differently, you're changing your whole internal environment. Let's break down exactly why these benefits show up. So for one, your waistline drops. Inflammation retains water. It's a defense mechanism. Chronic insulin spikes from carbs also cause fat storage, especially around the waist. By eliminating processed carbs and inflammatory foods, insulin stabilizes, cortisol drops, and the body finally lets go of stored fat and excess fluid. A 2019 study in Cell Metabolism showed ultra-processed foods led to a 500-calorie surplus per day purely by dysregulating hunger hormones. Cut those foods out and satiety resets naturally. Next, your face depuffs and your skin clears. Inflammation shows up first in soft tissues, the face, under your eyes, and your skin. Most acne, bloating, puffiness is driven by gut dysbiosis and systemic inflammation from things like gluten, seed oils, and lectins. Meat and fat heal the gut lining by reducing permeability, quote unquote leaky gut, and feeding beneficial bacteria. Another study found that high-fat animal-based diets restored gut barrier function in inflammatory disease models. Next, your joints will stop aching. Now, this is the critical one, especially for high-stress CEOs. If you follow me on LinkedIn, you know I had a CEO client whose back pain and knee pain went away. This is because inflammation was attacking his joints. Inflammation isn't just in your bloodstream, it accumulates in connective tissue. Knees, hips, low back, shoulders. Processed foods, especially industrial seed oils like canola, soybean, and corn oil, are oxidized fats that get embedded into your cell membranes and joints, weakening them over time. So when you remove these toxic food, inflammation markers like CRP and IL-6 drop. The immune system stops attacking your own tissues, cellular turnover improves, cartilage and connective tissue can start regenerating properly. So his pain wasn't a structural problem, it was an inflammatory environment problem. Once you fix the environment, you fix the pain. Next, recovery improves, even without intense workouts. So when insulin is stable and inflammation is low, recovery accelerates because the body isn't dealing with daily microdamage from diet-induced stress. Sleep improves naturally because blood sugar and cortisol stabilize, leading to better hormone production at night, like growth hormone and testosterone. Even my client's mood improved because lower systemic inflammation improves neurotransmitter balance, so dopamine, serotonin. Another study in 2020 showed that reducing inflammation significantly improved mood and executive function. Next, your hormones start working for you. Testosterone production improves because dietary cholesterol and saturated fat are the raw materials for hormone synthesis. Growth hormone spikes when insulin is low and protein intake is high. Cortisol patterns reset from chaotic to stable. And here's why this matters for high performers. CEOs don't fail because they aren't working hard enough. They fail because their internal chemistry is broken and they don't even know it. Fix the chemistry and everything else, energy, cognition, drive, even aesthetics fall into place. This is why my CEO client didn't just lose weight, he looked younger, he stood taller, he was sharper in meetings, and he closed more deals. Because when you remove the friction, you reveal the machine that was built to win. You don't need to do more, you need to stop fighting your food and start fueling your biology. So here's the simple system I teach my clients. Number one, fuel. So you're going to have 2 to 3 daily meals built around red meat, eggs, fruit, and dairy. Your snacks are going to primarily be based around fruit, butter, honey, etc. Second is cut. You're going to eliminate the foods that ruin performance. So these are the seed oils, grains, and added sugars. Number three, you're going to perform. You're just going to do 2 to 3 full body workouts a week. These can be done in about 20 to 25 minutes, and they can be done at home or in a gym setting. These will be body weight workouts, so you don't need any equipment. You're also going to prioritize your sleep, get sun, and walk daily. This isn't biohacking, this is biology done right. Most of my clients lose 8 to 12 pounds in the first 30 to 60 days without tracking a single calorie. And here's an example of a 7-day carnivore reset week. You'll see that most of your meals are going to be from animal proteins. So here's Michael, a real client. He's 48 years old. He's a CEO, and he used to be vegetarian. He was bloated, exhausted, and stuck at 78 kilograms. After switching to a simplified high-protein animal-based plan, he lost over 10 kilograms in 12 weeks, improved his digestion, got better sleep, felt in control of his body again. He wasn't a gym rat. He didn't count macros. He followed the system. This works for anyone who's coachable and ready to eat like a human again. So who is this for? This is for high performers, founders, and executives, people who value simplicity, performance, and clear thinking. So if this resonated with you and you want this system customized to your lifestyle, let's chat. This isn't a group challenge or some PDF download. It's a one-to-one coaching program designed around your schedule, your body, and your goals. Um, So reach out to me, DM me the word fix, and we'll get on a call, walk through your current routine, and I'll show you exactly how this works without fluff or without pressure. Again, if this resonated with you, don't hesitate to reach out. And thank you guys so much for showing up.